Hello, beautiful soul. There's something so special about this moment we're sharing together right now. Whether someone is listening to these words while sitting quietly at home, walking in nature, or taking a peaceful break from the day, there's a reason this message has found its way into their life at exactly this time. The universe has a wonderful way of bringing us exactly what we need when we need it most: money. Such a simple word, yet it carries so much weight, so much emotion, so many stories from the past. Right now, someone might be feeling that familiar tightness in their chest when thinking about finances. Maybe there's been sleepless nights wondering how the bills will get paid. Or perhaps there's been that constant background worry that seems to follow everywhere, whispering that there's never enough. These feelings are so real, so valid, and so completely understandable. What's beautiful to understand is that this moment of struggle, this place of financial challenge, is not a permanent address. It's simply a temporary stop on the journey to something much more abundant and peaceful. Every single person who has ever lived has had moments where they've felt the grip of financial fear, where scarcity seemed to be the only reality they could see. But here's what's truly magical. That same person has within them right now, in this very moment, everything they need to completely transform their relationship with money and abundance. The energy we carry around money is like a radio station we're tuned into. Some people have been tuned into the station of lack and limitation for so long that they think it's the only station that exists. But there are infinite stations of abundance, prosperity, and financial peace just waiting to be discovered. The beautiful thing about energy is that it can be shifted, it can be changed, and it can be transformed in an instant when we understand how to work with it lovingly. This brings us to something quite special, the energy of 777. This isn't just any number. In the language of the universe, in the way energy speaks to us, 777 carries a frequency of infinite abundance and spiritual prosperity. When this number appears in someone's life, when it calls to them, it's like the universe is sending a gentle tap on the shoulder saying, "It's time. It's time to step into the abundance that has always been your birthright." The number 7 itself vibrates with spiritual awakening and inner wisdom. When it appears 3 times, as in 777, it's like a triple blessing, a powerful amplification of abundance energy. This number carries the vibration of someone who is ready to align with their highest good, ready to receive the prosperity that the universe is always trying to give us. It's like a cosmic green light for abundance to flow. Setting an intention right now is so important. Not forcing, not demanding, but gently opening to the possibility that everything can change. That the financial struggles, the worry, the fear, all of it can transform into something completely different. Setting the intention that this is a moment of powerful transformation, where old patterns of lack can be released and new patterns of abundance can be welcomed in with love. The beautiful truth is that poverty is not about how much money someone has in their bank account right now. Poverty is a consciousness, a way of thinking and feeling that can exist even when someone has plenty of money. And abundance is also a consciousness that can exist even when someone's bank account might be low. This understanding changes everything. Think about how money patterns were learned in childhood. So many people grew up hearing phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that," or "Rich people are greedy." These weren't said with bad intentions. Parents and caregivers were simply passing on the beliefs they had inherited from their own childhoods. But these beliefs, these thought patterns about money, they settled deep into the subconscious mind like seeds planted in a garden. Over the years, these seeds grew into full belief systems about money. They created neural pathways in the brain that automatically responded to money situations with fear, anxiety, or feelings of not being good enough to have abundance. The mind learned to scan for evidence of lack, to expect financial struggle, to feel guilty about wanting more money or prosperity. This is what creates poverty consciousness. Not the current financial situation, but the deeply held beliefs about money that live in the subconscious mind. Someone could win a lottery tomorrow, but if they still carry poverty consciousness, they would likely find ways to lose that money or sabotage their abundance because deep down, they don't believe they deserve it or that it's safe to have wealth. The difference between being temporarily broke and having a poor mindset is profound. Being broke is a temporary financial situation that can change quickly. Having a poor mindset is a set of beliefs and thought patterns that will recreate financial struggle over and over again, no matter what the external circumstances are. Someone with an abundance mindset who happens to be broke temporarily will find ways to create income and improve their situation. Someone with poverty consciousness who happens to have money will often find ways to lose it or push abundance away. These limiting beliefs about money create actual physical responses in the body. When someone thinks about their finances and immediately feels their stomach tighten, their shoulders tense up, or their breathing becomes shallow, that's the body responding to poverty consciousness. The mind and body are so deeply connected that financial stress literally changes the body's chemistry, affecting everything from digestion to sleep to immune function. The body keeps score of every financial worry, every anxious thought about money, every belief about not being good enough to have abundance. This creates a state of chronic stress that actually makes it harder to think clearly, make good decisions, or recognize opportunities when they appear. It's like trying to drive a car with the emergency brake on. Everything becomes more difficult and strained. But here's the beautiful news. Just as the mind and body learned these patterns of financial stress and poverty consciousness, they can learn new patterns of abundance and prosperity. The same neuroplasticity that created limiting beliefs can create empowering beliefs. The same mind-body connection that produced financial anxiety can produce financial confidence and peace. This is where the magic of 777 energy becomes so powerful. This number carries a frequency that naturally aligns with spiritual abundance and prosperity consciousness. It's like tuning a musical instrument to the perfect pitch. When someone aligns with 777 energy, they're tuning their entire being to the frequency of abundance that already exists in the universe. The sacred significance of 777 goes far beyond just numerology or mystical concepts. This number appears when someone is ready for a spiritual breakthrough in their relationship with money and abundance. It's a sign that they're being supported by forces much larger than themselves, that their highest good includes financial prosperity and peace. 7 has always been considered a number of spiritual completion and divine connection. When it appears 3 times, it represents the trinity of mind, body, and spirit all coming into alignment with abundance. It's like a cosmic signal that all systems are go for prosperity to enter someone's life in ways they might never have imagined possible. Working with 777 energy isn't about magical thinking or wishing for money to fall from the sky. It's about aligning with the natural abundance of the universe and becoming a clear channel for prosperity to flow through. It's about healing the blocks, clearing the old patterns, and opening to receive the good that is always trying to reach us. The vibrational frequency of abundance is actually quite high and light. Poverty consciousness vibrates at a lower, heavier frequency filled with fear, worry, and limitation. When someone begins to work with 777 energy, they're literally raising their vibration to match the frequency of abundance. This creates a magnetic effect that naturally draws opportunities, ideas, and resources toward them. Stories of transformation through energy alignment happen every single day, all around the world. There are people who have gone from deep financial struggle to thriving prosperity simply by changing their inner relationship with money and abundance. Not through get-rich-quick schemes or financial manipulation, but through genuine healing and alignment with their true abundant nature. These transformations happen when someone finally understands that they are not separate from abundance. They are abundance. The universe itself is abundant. Nature is abundant. Life force energy is abundant. And each person is a unique expression of that same abundant life force. When this truth settles into the heart and mind, everything begins to shift in the most beautiful ways. The 777 energy is like a doorway that opens when someone is truly ready to step out of poverty consciousness and into their natural state of prosperity. It's an invitation from the universe to finally claim the abundance that has always been their birthright, waiting patiently for them to heal whatever has been keeping it away. This brings us to one of the most important parts of this transformation journey: releasing the old stories that have been carried about money for far too long. These stories might feel so familiar, so much a part of someone's identity, that they seem like absolute truth. But they're not truth at all. They're simply old programming that was picked up along the way, like dust on a beautiful mirror that needs gentle cleaning to reflect clearly again. Money wounds are real, and they run deep. Perhaps there was a time when a family lost their home, or when a parent cried over unpaid bills, or when someone felt the shame of not being able to afford something that seemed important. Maybe there was a business that failed, an investment that went wrong, or a relationship that ended partly because of financial stress. These experiences left invisible scars on the heart and mind, creating protective walls around money that were meant to keep someone safe but actually keep abundance away. The first step in healing these wounds is to acknowledge them with love and compassion. Not to judge them or try to make them go away quickly, but to understand that they were created by a younger version of the self who was doing the best they could with what they knew at the time. That person who made financial mistakes, who trusted the wrong people, who lost money, they were learning, growing, and navigating life as best as they could. Sometimes the money wounds aren't even from this lifetime's experiences, but from watching others struggle with money. Seeing a parent work multiple jobs and still struggle to make ends meet. Watching grandparents worry constantly about having enough for retirement. Observing the stress that money problems brought into the family system. These experiences taught young minds that money equals stress, that abundance isn't safe, that wanting financial prosperity is somehow selfish or wrong. Forgiveness becomes essential in this healing process, and it starts with forgiving oneself for every financial decision that didn't work out the way it was hoped. That investment that lost money, that business that failed, that time when overspending created problems, that choice to trust someone who wasn't trustworthy with finances. Each of these experiences was a teacher, offering valuable lessons that contribute to wisdom and better choices in the future. Forgiving others is equally important. The family members who passed down limiting beliefs about money, the people who might have taken advantage financially, the systems that created unfair obstacles to prosperity. This forgiveness isn't about saying that harmful actions were okay, but about releasing the emotional charge around these experiences so they no longer have power over current financial choices and opportunities. There's something profound that happens when someone realizes that they might be carrying not just their own money wounds, but ancestral patterns of financial struggle that have been passed down through generations. These patterns can go back centuries, times when ancestors faced real survival threats, when there truly wasn't enough, when being poor was a matter of life and death. These survival patterns got encoded in the family energy system and passed down like invisible inheritance. Clearing these ancestral money patterns is like untying knots that have been binding families to financial struggle for generations. It's possible to be the one who breaks the cycle, who heals not just personal money wounds, but transforms the entire family lineage's relationship with abundance. This is powerful work that creates ripple effects of prosperity that can extend forward and backward through time. A beautiful practice for releasing these old money stories involves sitting quietly and placing one hand on the heart and one on the solar plexus, the area just below the rib cage. This is where financial fear tends to live in the body. Breathing deeply and gently, someone can acknowledge every old story about money with love, thanking these beliefs for trying to protect them, and then consciously choosing to release them. Saying something like, "I honor these old beliefs that tried to keep me safe, and now I lovingly release them to make space for abundance to flow." With this release comes the beautiful opportunity to activate a completely new way of thinking about money and abundance. This isn't about forcing positive thoughts or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about gently shifting the internal landscape from one of scarcity and fear to one of possibility and trust. The shift from scarcity thinking to prosperity thinking happens gradually, like the sun slowly rising and illuminating a landscape that was hidden in darkness. Scarcity thinking says there's never enough, that someone has to struggle and sacrifice to survive, that abundance for one person means less for others. Prosperity thinking recognizes that abundance is infinite, that there's more than enough for everyone, that someone's success and wealth actually creates more opportunities and abundance for others. This shift often begins with small awareness practices. Noticing when scarcity thoughts arise, thoughts like, "I can't afford this," or "money is so hard to come by," or "I'll never have enough." Instead of judging these thoughts, simply noticing them with gentle awareness and then consciously choosing a more abundant perspective. Instead of "I can't afford this," perhaps "I'm choosing to spend my money on other priorities right now." Instead of "money is hard to come by," maybe "money flows to me in perfect ways at perfect times." Understanding personal worthiness to receive abundance is often the deepest work in this transformation. So many people have been taught that they have to earn love, earn approval, earn the right to have good things in their lives. This creates a belief system that says abundance must be earned through struggle, sacrifice, and proving one's value through suffering or hard work. But worthiness is not something that can be earned or lost. Worthiness is an inherent quality of being alive, of being a unique expression of the divine creative force of the universe. Every flower is worthy of sunshine and rain. Every tree is worthy of rich soil and clean air. Every person is worthy of abundance, prosperity, and financial peace simply because they exist. This understanding of inherent worthiness changes everything. It means that abundance isn't something that has to be chased or fought for or earned through pain. It's something that can be received with grace, gratitude, and joy. It's already flowing toward each person. The only question is whether they're open to receive it. Gratitude becomes a powerful magnet for attracting more wealth and abundance. Not gratitude as a technique or strategy, but genuine appreciation for what's already present in life. When someone focuses on what they're grateful for, the roof over their head, the food in their refrigerator, the people who love them, the abilities they have, they align with the frequency of abundance that already exists in their life. This gratitude practice can extend to money itself. Instead of resenting money, fearing it, or seeing it as the root of problems, someone can develop a loving, appreciative relationship with money. Money is simply energy in physical form. It's a tool that can be used to create good in the world, to take care of needs, to express love and generosity, to support dreams and goals. Mirror work becomes especially powerful for abundance transformation. Standing in front of a mirror, making eye contact with oneself, and speaking words of abundance and prosperity directly to the reflection creates a deep reprogramming of the subconscious mind. The mirror doesn't lie. It reflects back exactly what's being projected. When someone can look themselves in the eyes and say, "I am worthy of abundance," or "money flows to me easily and joyfully," and really mean it, transformation is happening at the deepest levels. Now comes the practical magic of creating a daily practice that keeps someone aligned with 777 abundance energy. This isn't about complicated rituals or time-consuming practices, but about simple, consistent actions that maintain the new abundant mindset and keep the energy flowing in positive directions. The morning hours are particularly powerful for abundance work because this is when the conscious mind is most open and receptive. Before the day's activities and responsibilities take over, there's a window of opportunity to set the energetic tone for how money and abundance will flow throughout the day. A beautiful morning practice might begin the moment someone opens their eyes, before even getting out of bed. Taking 3 deep breaths and silently saying, "Thank you for this new day of abundance opportunities." This immediately aligns the mind with gratitude and expectancy rather than worry or lack. While still lying in bed, someone can place their hands on their heart and connect with the energy of 777. Visualizing this number glowing with golden light in the heart space, feeling its abundant vibration spreading throughout the entire body, seeing this light expanding beyond the body to fill the bedroom, the home, and radiating out to attract abundance from all directions. Specific affirmations for wealth attraction work best when they feel authentic and believable. Instead of jumping immediately to "I am a millionaire" when that feels completely untrue, starting with affirmations that feel like a gentle stretch toward abundance. Phrases like, "I am open to receiving abundance in unexpected ways," or "Money comes to me in perfect ways for my highest good," or "I trust the universe to provide for all my needs abundantly." These affirmations can be spoken aloud while getting ready in the morning, looking in the bathroom mirror, brushing teeth, or taking a shower. The key is repetition with feeling, allowing the words to sink into the subconscious mind and heart rather than just being mechanical repetition. Visualization using 777 energy throughout the day can be incredibly powerful. When paying bills, instead of feeling anxiety or resentment, someone can visualize the number 777 glowing around their checkbook or computer, seeing the energy of abundance flowing both out and back in, understanding that money is simply energy in circulation. When walking into stores or conducting any business involving money, silently connecting with 777 energy creates an invisible field of abundance that can attract better deals, unexpected discounts, helpful service, or new opportunities. It's not about manipulating outcomes, but about being aligned with the frequency of prosperity so that positive experiences naturally occur. The evening hours provide another powerful opportunity for abundance work. Before sleep, the subconscious mind is particularly receptive to new programming. This is the perfect time for gratitude practices that acknowledge all the abundance that flowed during the day, even in small ways. An evening gratitude practice might involve writing down 3 things related to abundance or prosperity that happened during the day. Maybe someone received a compliment that felt like emotional abundance. Perhaps a friend bought coffee, creating the experience of being provided for. Maybe there was a sale at the grocery store that created financial abundance through savings. Training the mind to notice and appreciate abundance in all its forms magnetizes more of it. This evening practice can end with placing hands on the heart again, connecting with 777 energy, and setting a gentle intention for abundance to flow during sleep. The subconscious mind works powerfully during sleep hours, and it can be programmed to solve financial challenges, attract opportunities, and align with abundance consciousness while the body rests. The beautiful thing about abundance consciousness is that it naturally leads to inspired action. This isn't the frantic, forced action that comes from fear and desperation, but the gentle, guided action that flows from trust and alignment with universal abundance. When someone is connected to 777 energy, they begin to receive intuitive guidance about money and opportunities that might have been invisible before. Intuitive guidance about money often comes as gentle nudges, sudden ideas, or a feeling of rightness about certain financial decisions. It might be the urge to check a particular job website, the inspiration to call an old friend who might have business opportunities, or the feeling that it's time to start that creative project that's been sitting on the back burner. This guidance rarely comes as dramatic lightning bolts of revelation, but rather as quiet whispers from the heart that feel aligned and peaceful. Learning to trust these intuitive nudges requires practice and patience. The logical mind might argue with these impulses, saying they don't make practical sense or that they're too risky, but abundance often flows through paths that the logical mind can't predict or understand. Someone might feel guided to take a different route to work and end up meeting someone who offers them a job opportunity. They might feel inspired to take a class that seems unrelated to money but leads to skills that create new income streams. The key is to start with small actions that feel manageable and safe. If someone feels guided to apply for a particular job, they can start by simply updating their resume. If they feel inspired to start a side business, they can begin with research or taking a small first step. These small actions create momentum and build trust in the guidance system, making it easier to follow larger inspirations when they come. Small steps truly do create big changes when they're aligned with abundance consciousness. Each small action taken from a place of trust and alignment creates ripples of energy that attract more opportunities and resources. It's like dropping a pebble in a pond. The ripples spread out in all directions, often reaching shores that couldn't be seen from where the pebble was dropped. Someone might start by simply changing how they think about their current job, shifting from "I hate this job" to "this job is providing for me while I create my next opportunity." This small shift in perspective can change their entire experience at work, making them more pleasant to be around, more open to opportunities, and more likely to be noticed for promotions or recommendations. Or they might take the small step of organizing their finances, creating a simple budget, or opening a savings account. These actions send a message to the universe that they're ready to be responsible stewards of abundance, which naturally attracts more money to manage. Recognizing opportunities when they appear is a skill that develops as someone becomes more aligned with abundance consciousness. Opportunities often come disguised as challenges, extra work, or situations that require stepping outside comfort zones. Someone aligned with 777 energy learns to see these moments as the universe offering them chances to grow, expand, and increase their capacity for prosperity. An opportunity might look like being asked to take on additional responsibilities at work, which could lead to a promotion. It might appear as someone asking for help with a project that could become a paid consulting opportunity. It could manifest as a friend mentioning a problem they're having that sparks an idea for a business solution. Building trust in the abundance process requires releasing the need to control exactly how prosperity will arrive. The logical mind wants to plan every step, predict every outcome, and ensure security before taking action. But abundance often flows through unexpected channels, in timing that might not make immediate sense, through people and circumstances that couldn't have been anticipated. This trust develops gradually, like a muscle that gets stronger with use. Each time someone follows their guidance and something positive results, their trust grows. Each time they take a step toward abundance and the universe supports them, they become more confident in the process. Even when things don't work out exactly as expected, they begin to trust that everything is working for their highest good in ways they might not immediately understand. Once someone begins attracting more abundance into their life, maintaining that flow becomes a beautiful practice of balance and conscious choice. Abundance isn't a destination to reach, but a way of being to embody consistently. The energy that attracts prosperity is the same energy that maintains it, and this requires ongoing attention and alignment. When challenges arise, and they will because that's part of life's natural rhythm, the key is to stay connected to abundance consciousness rather than falling back into old patterns of fear and scarcity. Financial challenges might still appear, unexpected expenses might arise, or income might fluctuate. The difference is in how these situations are approached and handled. Someone aligned with 777 energy meets challenges from a place of trust rather than panic. Instead of immediately jumping to "I can't afford this" or "this is terrible," they might pause, breathe, and ask, "How is this situation serving my highest good?" Or, "What opportunity is hidden within this challenge?" This doesn't mean being naive about real problems, but approaching them from a higher perspective that sees solutions rather than just problems. Staying aligned during difficult times often requires returning to the basic practices that created the abundance alignment in the first place. Going back to morning affirmations, reconnecting with gratitude, using mirror work to reinforce worthiness, and trusting that the current challenge is temporary and solvable. The principle of giving and receiving in balance becomes especially important as someone's abundance increases. Money is energy, and like all energy, it needs to flow freely to stay healthy and vital. Hoarding money or holding on to it too tightly from fear actually blocks the natural flow that brings more abundance. Giving doesn't have to mean donating large amounts to charity, although that might feel aligned for some people. It can be as simple as leaving generous tips, buying coffee for a friend, or purchasing products and services from small businesses. The key is giving from a place of joy and abundance rather than obligation or guilt. Receiving is often more challenging for people than giving. Many have been taught that receiving makes them selfish or that they should always give more than they take. But receiving gracefully is essential for maintaining abundance flow. When someone offers to pay for dinner, buy a gift, or provide help, receiving with gratitude rather than immediately trying to reciprocate keeps the energy flowing naturally. Creating wealth consciousness habits embeds abundance thinking into daily life so deeply that it becomes automatic. These habits might include checking bank balances with curiosity rather than dread, paying bills with gratitude for the services received, and handling money with physical care and respect. Some people find it helpful to have a daily practice of visualizing their bank account growing, seeing money flowing to them from multiple sources, or imagining themselves living their ideal, abundant lifestyle. Others prefer focusing on the feelings of abundance, feeling grateful, secure, generous, and free around money. Building a prosperity support system involves surrounding oneself with people who support abundance goals and share similar consciousness about money and success. This might mean joining groups of entrepreneurs, finding mentors who have achieved financial success, or simply spending less time with people who constantly complain about money and more time with those who speak positively about abundance. It's important to be gentle during this process of changing social circles. Not everyone will understand or support someone's journey toward greater abundance, and that's perfectly okay. Some people might feel threatened by another person's financial growth or judge them for wanting more prosperity. Creating boundaries with love while seeking out supportive community becomes essential. Applying these abundance principles in real-life situations is where the transformation becomes truly practical and lasting. Every interaction with money becomes an opportunity to practice abundance consciousness, from grocery shopping to paying rent to making investment decisions. When making purchases, someone aligned with 777 energy approaches spending from a place of conscious choice rather than impulse or fear. They might ask themselves, does this purchase align with my values and goals? Or, am I buying this from abundance or from lack? This doesn't mean never spending money or being overly restrictive, but making choices that feel aligned and empowering. Handling money with love and respect might seem like a small thing, but it sends powerful messages to the subconscious mind about the relationship with abundance. Keeping cash organized and clean, treating credit cards and bank cards with care, and maintaining organized financial records all communicate respect for money and abundance. Even the language used around money makes a difference. Instead of saying, "I'm broke," someone might say, "I'm temporarily between income sources." Instead of, "I can't afford it," they might say, "I'm choosing to prioritize other things right now." These small language shifts maintain abundance consciousness even during financially challenging times. Maintaining 777 energy in all areas of life means understanding that abundance isn't just about money, but about richness and prosperity in every aspect of existence. Someone might be financially abundant but emotionally impoverished, or wealthy in relationships but poor in health. True abundance is wholeness and prosperity in all areas: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and financial. This holistic approach to abundance often makes financial prosperity more sustainable because it's built on a foundation of overall well-being rather than just the pursuit of money. Someone who is abundant in love, health, creativity, and purpose naturally attracts financial abundance because they're living from their fullest, most aligned self. Creating lasting change requires patience and persistence with the process. The subconscious mind changes gradually, and old patterns might resurface during times of stress or challenge. This is normal and doesn't mean the process isn't working. It's simply the mind's way of testing the new beliefs to see if they're really solid or just temporary fixes. The transformation from poverty consciousness to abundance consciousness is not a linear process. There might be days when abundance feels natural and easy, and other days when scarcity thoughts feel overwhelming. Both experiences are part of the journey, and both can be met with love and understanding rather than judgment. What matters most is the overall direction of growth and the commitment to returning to abundance practices when old patterns arise. Each time someone chooses an abundant thought over a scarce one, each time they respond to financial challenges from trust rather than fear, they're rewiring their consciousness and creating lasting change. And so, beautiful soul, this brings us to the heart of everything that's been shared in this time together. Everything that's been discussed, the healing of old money wounds, the activation of abundance consciousness, the daily practices that maintain prosperity energy, the taking of inspired action, all of it comes down to this simple, profound truth. Abundance is not something to be attained, but something to be remembered. Each person listening to these words is already abundant. They are already worthy. they are already connected to the infinite prosperity of the universe. The 777 energy that's been discussed isn't something external that needs to be captured or earned. It's something that lives within, waiting to be activated and expressed. The poverty consciousness that might have been carried for years or even decades was never the truth. It was simply a temporary forgetting of the abundant nature that is everyone's birthright. Like clouds that temporarily block the sun, scarcity thoughts can temporarily block the awareness of abundance, but they can never actually diminish the abundance itself. The practices and principles that have been shared are simply tools for clearing away those clouds, for removing the blocks that have kept natural abundance from flowing freely. They're ways of remembering what has always been true, that the universe is abundant, that life is abundant, and that each person is a unique expression of that abundant life force. Right now, in this very moment, abundance is flowing toward everyone listening to these words. It's flowing in the form of opportunities that haven't been noticed yet, ideas that haven't fully formed, connections that haven't been made, and possibilities that haven't been imagined. The universe is constantly conspiring to bring good into every life, but it can only give what someone is open to receive. The 777 energy represents this divine conspiracy of abundance. It's the universe's way of saying you are loved, you are supported, and you are meant to thrive. When this number appears in life, when it calls to someone's attention, when it resonates in the heart, it's a reminder that prosperity is not only possible, but inevitable when someone aligns with their true, abundant nature. Let this be a gentle affirmation that carries forward into every day. I am one with the abundant universe. The energy of 777 flows through me now, aligning me with infinite prosperity. I receive abundance with gratitude. I give from my overflow with joy, and I trust the universe to provide for me in perfect ways. Money flows to me easily and joyfully, and I use it wisely for my highest good and the good of all. I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am worthy, and I am blessed. May everyone who has shared this time together go forward with the absolute knowing that their relationship with money and abundance has shifted in profound and lasting ways. May they trust the guidance that comes, take the actions that feel aligned, and remain open to receiving all the good that the universe is bringing their way. And may they never forget that poverty, true poverty, is impossible for someone who understands their connection to the infinite abundance of life itself. Everything needed is within them now. Everything required is available to them now, and everything they desire for their highest good is making its way to them now. The 777 energy is activated, the abundance consciousness is awakened, the transformation has begun, and it is so very, very good.